Look at that 4/4.
It is a 4/4.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, we do. No, that's, yes, and we're going to do it now.
Thought erasure on who has more cards in hand?
I have 5.
I have 1.
I would go with the 5.
Spike.
I think you may have chosen poorly. Where my hand is 2 Arc-like Phoenixes and 3 Islands.
Greetings! What is sup? It's Shuffle Up and Play. Today, Ravnica Guild Fight. What is this format? They have not me, for I'm not a member of any guild, but they have each selected a guild to build a 60-card deck using only cards from the first 8 Ravnica sets. War of the Spark doesn't count, because that would just be War of the Spark constructed. But each of my players has selected a guild. Who is with us today?
Hi, I'm Amy, or Amazonian, and I'm a content creator. I stream on Twitch, and I'm going to be representing the guild Selesnya. I'm a big fan of nature, nurture, bringing yourself to great new heights, and also making lots of tokens. I'm a big fan of tokens.
Excellent, excellent. And facing off against you?
I'm Aspiring Spike. You can call me Everett. I chose to play Izzet today. I like casting a lot of spells, drawing a lot of cards. I'm excited to play today.
Well, as we know at Shuffle Up and Play, there's always a surprise waiting in the wings. Since I am not a member of any Ravnican guild, I do not have a deck, so the winner will be playing against a surprise guild that will be coming in for round 2. Will Selesnya win, or will we be electrified with Izzet? Let's roll for high to find out.
Well, that's pretty high. 10!
So close, and yet that only counts in horseshoes and hand grenades, which were likely designed by Izzet.
No comment.
All right, resolve mulligans.
I'm so ready to get some cards and put them in my hand.
I will keep these 7 cards in my hand.
I'll keep these.
Little hesitant there.
Little hesitant.
All right.
Ready? All right, I'll play a basic island and pass the turn.
All right, great. I don't trust like that at all. I'm going to play Selesnya Guildgate. It will come in tapped.
Okay. Draw my card, and then a mountain to go with my island, and a Goblin Electromancer, which is a 2-mana 2/2 that makes instants and sorcery spells one less mana to cast.
That's something that Selesnya is really missing, is goblins. Not nearly enough goblins are part of this guild.
Is that an issue, you think, that Selesnya doesn't discriminate against? Could a goblin join the Selesnya guild?
I don't think that they'd like it that much. I think they'd enjoy the lack of bathing. I think that they would enjoy the overall presence of, say, trees and leaves. But I think that they would also want to eat all the trees and leaves and maybe also light the trees on fire.
Did you say Selesnyans don't bathe? Anyway.
No. I will play a Plans and then tap for onesie, twosie, and Hero of Precinct 1. This is one of my favorite cards. It's a 2-mana 2/2, and whenever I cast a multicolored spell, I make a 1/1 human token.
Seems decent.
Go ahead.
Tap, draw. I'm going to go ahead and start off by removing your Hero Precinct 1 with an Electrolyze.
Oof.
Usually costs 3, now costs 2 because of the Electromancer. 2 damage to any target, and I will draw a card.
Look, you and your 2-for-1s.
Play basic island and attack for 2.
Ouch. I'll take it.
Pass the turn.
Pesky goblins. Always hitting me for 2 damage. I'm going to follow up with the Plains, and you're going to find this a little familiar. I'm going to cast Hero of Precinct 1.
Resolves.
Yeah, does that blow your mind?
You have how many of those in your deck?
4. And I hope you don't kill them all. Go ahead, it's your turn.
No promises. I'll cast Radical Idea end of turn. This is 2 mana to draw a card, and I can jumpstart it by discarding a card from my hand in addition to paying the cost from the graveyard. For now, it's just going to draw 1 card. On tap. Draw for turn. How attached are you to that Hero of Precinct 1, Amy?
She's my best friend, and we're going to go out drinking later.
I hope you have a 3rd copy. I'm going to go ahead and cast Mizzy of Mortars to remove the hero. Mizzy of Mortars deals 4 damage to target creature I don't control, and I can overload it for 6, but for now I'm just going to deal 4 damage to the hero with it.
I think you should have found a way to generate 6 mana, overload it, and kill your goblin.
Well, thankfully, it's only creatures I don't control.
Oh, dang, one-sided.
Did you read the card?
Never.
Reading the card explains the card.
I'll play a 3rd basic island and attack for 2 again.
I'll take another 2.
And I'll pass back.
Untapping and get ready for the slappy. I'm going to play a forest, bringing me up to 4 mana. And I'm gonna pay 1, 2, 3, 4, a Loxodon Smiter.
Ooh.
This is a big ol' 4/4, can't be countered. I see that 3 blue mana that you happen to have over there. And if you somehow made me discard it, it would go onto the battlefield.
Well, that'll resolve.
And
I loved playing with that card when it was in Standard.
this is the first time I've ever gotten to cast a Loxodon Smiter.
Oh,
there
really?
are so many elephants in this deck, it makes me so happy. And go ahead.
At the end of your turn, I will go ahead and jumpstart this Radical Idea, which will exile it. I'll also discard an island to help me cast that. Draw a card. And take my turn. Play Basic Mountain for turn, and I do have a 2nd copy of Busy Mortars to deal 4 more damage to your Loxodon Smiter.
Wow.
Big oof.
I'll attack for 2 for a 3rd time.
This is cruel. This is mean.
No, it's Izzet, not Gruel.
Boo.
And in my 2nd main phase, I'll cast another friendly Goblin Electromancer.
Your spells are double discounted.
Double discounted.
Yikes.
Pass you.
I'm going to play a Plains and cast a nice little legendary here for 1 green, 1 white. It is Emara, Soul of the Accord. A 2/2, whenever it becomes tapped, I create a 1/1 white soldier creature token with lifelink. And I don't think that's enough creatures on the board, so I'm also going to play the Dryad Militant.
Ooh.
This is a 2/1 where if an instant or sorcery would be put into a graveyard from anywhere, exile it. Instead, I'm looking at those jumpstart cards. I don't want you casting them twice. And that's going to be my turn.
Okay, I'll go ahead and take an untap. Draw for turn. And I will use Electrolyze to deal 1 damage to the Dryad Militant and 1 damage to you.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool. I'm going to pay 2 mana
Ooh.
for Selesnya Charm. Selesnya Charm has 3 different modes, but the one I'm choosing is a target creature gets +2/+2 and gains trample until end of turn. I'm going to turn my Dryad Militant into a 3/4, or sorry, a 4/3.
I think in response to your Celestian Charm, I'll get a little tricky. I'm going to remand my own Electrolyze, which would bounce it to my hand on the stack, and I'll draw a card from the remand. And then I'm going to cast the Electrolyze again to deal 1 damage to the Militant and 1 damage to you.
Oh, you nasty! You put those Adlag graveyard. They're so.
Oh, you're right.
As long as this was out.
Then I'll draw a card from the Electrolyze, and I'll attack with just 1 of my 2 Goblin Electromancers.
I'm going to block.
Okay, they'll trade. And all you.
All this mana and nothing to do with it. Well, that's something to do with it. I'm going to tap for 4 and cast Loxodon Hierarch. More elephants, more fun. When it enters the battlefield, I gain 4 life, and I can pay 2, sacrifice it to regenerate each creature I control.
It's crazy.
Yeah, also, what's regenerate? Who even knows?
Well, I thought an elephant never forgets.
Yeah, but I'm not the elephant.
Oh.
And that takes me to 17 life.
Is that your turn? Mm-hmm. Untap, draw for turn. I'm going to start my turn by casting a Quicken. This is 1 mana to draw a card, and the next sorcery I cast can be cast as though it had Flash. Oh, this is... Oh, the
Nope, that thing's
Dryad
dead.
is gone.
You kill it.
I'll play a
When I took-
tapped Izzet Guildgate. And then I'm going to cast a Arc-like Phoenix. A 4 mana, 3/2 haste, and I can come back from my graveyard if I've cast 3 or more instants and sorceries on my first main phase.
Hit
Attack
me
for
for
3.
3. All right, down to 14.
Now pass back to you.
As a deck in green, I was hoping to do a lot more attacking this game. So I'm going to start right here, and I'm going to attack you with the Loxodon Hierarch.
Make no blocks, down to 16.
I'm a big fan of that. In second main phase, I'm going to tap 1, 2 for Amara. She's back. And another elephant? The Loxodon Smiter?
Oh, wow.
Oh my gosh, I'm swimming in elephants over here. And I'll pass my turn.
Okay, take an untap.
That many elephants is nuts.
Yeah, you know, you get a stampede, and they start really just trampling. Except for these elephants, because they don't have trample.
That is weird that all Loxodon should have trample, you would think.
Yeah. Well, if you play the aggressive mammoth, they'll get trample.
Well, I do think you have too many elephants in play, so I'm going to go ahead and spend 2 mana to cast Beacon Bolt, which will deal damage equal to target creature's number of instants and sorceries in my graveyard and exile. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 damage to Loxodon Hierarch.
It's dead. It's gone. It's in the graveyard.
And Beacon Bolt has Jumpstart, so I can do it again by discarding a card from my hand and casting from the graveyard 1 time on your other elephant.
It's a real elephant's graveyard over here.
And then I think I'm going to attack just for 3 in the air with my Arc-like Phoenix.
And I'll take it because I can't block. Amara does not have reach. She is not that tall.
I'll pass back to you.
Ooh, playing off the top of my deck. It's not that exciting. I'm going to go to combat and attack you with Amara. When she becomes tapped, I get a 1/1 soldier token with lifelink.
With Infinitokens, not a sponsor of this channel, but just a really cool person we like.
Yeah, I drew it myself. It's high art. So I'm attacking you for 2.
Okay, I'll block with my Goblin Electromancer.
They both die. And I end my turn.
Okay. Take an untap and draw. And I will attack for 3 in the air.
I take it down to 8.
Pass the turn to you.
All right, I draw for turn. And this is the first time I think I've ever cast the spell, so I really hope that you don't counter it. I'm going to play planes, and then I'm going to tap for 6. That's very exciting to me. To cast Collective Blessing. This is an enchantment that gives all creatures I control +3/+3.
Resolves.
Wow.
My soldier token is now a 4/4, and it's swinging at ya.
Wow, take 4 down to 12.
And I'm gonna gain 4. I love lifelink. Lifelink is beautiful.
Where's that removal now, Spike?
Hopefully on the top of my library. Not on the top of my library. I'll attack for 3.
I'll take it. Back to 9.
Pass to you.
Oh, this is some real back and forth, some beautiful combats occurring. Tap, untap, 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 untap. More permanents on my battlefield, please. Draw. Go to combat, and I will swing at you for 4.
All right, go down to 8.
Ooh, that's what I like to hear. And I'll heal up to, was that 13 now? Post combat. Let's tap for 4 and play another Loxodon Hierarch. Now this Loxodon Hierarch is a 4/4 at base, but it is a 7/7 from Collective Blessing.
Wow.
I also gain 4 life. 17.
I thought you had this game in the bag, but you're getting trampled even though she doesn't have trample.
Well, hopefully I can get bailed out from the top of my library.
Did you?
It's not.
What
the
land
worst
was
card I
it?
could've drawn.
Ooh, more birds.
Another bird with the powers combined. It can trade for 1 soldier token. That Collective Blessing in play. I think I'll also play a basic island from my hand and pass to you.
I tried to represent the lifelink on the soldier token with little hearts. I felt that would be really meaningful, showing the true love that the soldier is giving you.
I'm not feeling a lot of love from the soldier.
Yeah, because it's going to attack you again. And so is this Loxodon Hierarch. So I'm swinging with the 4/4 and a 7/7.
Well, I'm at 8 life. I think I'm going to try to double block your soldier token with my phoenixes.
They trade.
Okay.
And I know those bad boys can come back.
Hopefully.
I'll gain another 4 life, going to 21, more than I started.
I'm down to a perilous 1 life point.
That's what I like to hear. All right, it's your move.
All right. I will draw for turn.
That card's gonna win you the game. Did it?
No.
No.
Although I will pass the turn.
Ooh, tricky.
Ooh, this is very suspect. Very suspect.
Or sus, as the kids say.
Oh, yes.
They say it's hella sus.
I don't think they say hella.
They do say hella. Kids, write a letter.
Put it in a comment section.
P.O. Box TCC. Let me know if you say hella.
Hip teens, make sure you always write YouTube comments disparaging all of the creators for their choice of language.
No, don't do that.
I will go to combat.
Yeah.
Swing for 7.
I have no effects. I was hoping maybe I'd get to draw something off a remand
Oh.
Good game.
Good game.
Now, if I were a member of a Ravnican guild, which I am not, I would sit down to play against the evil tree people of Selesnya. Hippies, I don't trust them. I never trust a hippie. But instead, I'm going to pull some strings that are hidden to bring in another guild to fight in my place. What guild are you representing, Brad Nelson?
Gruel Smash!
Yeah!
Hello, everyone, and welcome to another Versus Live. My name is Brad Nelson.
No. That's the wrong show.
Oh,
this is
You're
Elder
right.
Dragon Social Club. I mean, game nights. I mean, shuffle up and play. Round 2. Gruel versus Selesnya. Can she hold her thorny crown?
Not if I have anything to do with it.
His creatures are bigger than mine.
I don't think
just
that's
have more
true.
of them.
It's not the size of... Never mind.
It's
It is the size of the elf that matters.
the motion of the forest.
You are taking over for Spike, who did not spike the match. And so you get to choose if you're on the player draw.
It's okay. You'll get your time. You'll get your time. I get to choose?
Yeah, you're in his seat.
His
I didn't make the
creatures have
rules.
haste.
I didn't make the
You
rules.
won, so you don't get to choose. That's the way it works.
Okay, all right. I'm good. Let's get an opening 7.
All right, let's do it. I like it here.
Ooh, this is a keep. This is a keep. This is a keep.
No, I don't think I can keep this one.
Definitely no good.
Too many forests, not enough mountains.
Mulligan again, and again. Well, this is the first one, but
Yes.
mulligan again.
Get the little mullies
For the first time.
Mulligan again for the first time.
Yeah.
What? I don't know what that means.
It's like that famous David Lynch movie, Mulligan Drive.
So is this like you're saying a mulligan again, like a commander mulligan, or an actual mulligan?
Just mulligan. How long has it been
Like
since you played a game of Magic?
It's been a long time, Professor.
Yeah.
But I am the pro.
You were the pro.
Yes, that is true. I was the pro.
I'm going to consider
been a
you a
long
professional
time.
player. You know technically how to play Magic the Gathering, probably better than anybody in this building.
It's a small building.
Hey, don't talk about Spike that way.
All right. Well, this is a 6 that I can actually keep, but I'm going to get this peanut gallery over here to help me with my mulligan decision.
Can't help you with your
Yo,
mulligan.
you can. What would you put back?
I think I'd pretty easily put back this one.
All right.
No, I disagree completely. I'd put back that one.
No.
Same card.
Spike is correct. It's
Don't show it.
well, it's okay. I'm gonna.
I just said you had 2 of them.
I know, because my first turn is tapping my force and playing Birds of Paradise, one of the best Magic cards ever. It will be able to tap for any color that I want, but I'm probably gonna pick green or red.
Well, I really wish that I were in red right now because I want to bolt that bird.
That bird not gonna get bolted.
Okay, time for my first turn. I also have a turn 1 play. I'm going to play a Plains and tap it for Dryad Militant. This is the 2/1, where if an instant or sorcery would be put into a graveyard from anywhere, exile it instead. Your move.
I will untap. I will draw for the turn. And now I've got some decisions to make.
I don't know. Thinking doesn't really feel like the Gruel thing to do.
Or even the Brad Nelson thing to do, to be perfectly honest with you.
Well, see, I try to think. It just
Big
doesn't
fan,
get
by
me
the way.
anywhere.
Big
Thank
fan,
you.
by
Big
the way.
fan
Big
as
fan,
well.
big fan.
What's your name?
The Professor.
Oh, yes.
Tolarian
I see.
Academy.
I think I've heard of that before. Okay, I still have to think what to do. All right, well, I know this decision. We can make the land drop, and
Top level plays.
it is top level plays.
Truly unexpected.
All right, I guess I should probably slow things down. We're going to keep ramping up, I guess, with a Gyre Sage. Now, Gyre Sage is one of my favorite Magic cards ever because it is a ramp spell, but I need to evolve it first. So evolve means whenever I play a creature that either has bigger power or toughness of Gyre Sage, I'll put a counter on it, and then I can tap it for green mana equal to the +1/+1 counters on it.
Sheesh, so we can attack too.
Can attack eventually, not going to attack into that Dryad Militant, so I'm going to pass the turn.
All right.
Is it Gyre Sage or Gyre Sage?
Gear Sage? I don't know.
Gyro Sage.
Gyro?
Gyro
Ooh, I
Hero
like
Sage.
I could go for a
Makes you
Euro right now.
sandwiches. I think each +1/+1 counter represents each Euro sandwich that it consumes.
So we're getting Euros after this, right?
I'm in for that. Yeah.
100%.
I have plans.
I'm going to play a forest. Tippity tappity. Time for Voice of Resurgence.
Ooh.
Whenever an opponent casts a spell during my turn, or when this creature dies, I create a green and white elemental token that gets bigger with the number of creatures I control. It's just a 2/2 here, though. I'm going to go ahead and swing at you with the Dryad Militant.
And these are mana creatures, so don't block with them. Drop into 18.
Aha! First blood! Your move.
All right, untap. Draw. That's an interesting one. And I think it's going to be my play. I'm going to play a mountain and tap 4 mana. And I'm going to play a Gore Clan Rampager. Now, Gore Clan can be blood rushed for colorless and green to give +4/+4 to an attacker, but I'm scared right now of what you're doing. So I'm just gonna cast it, which will trigger my Gyro Sage, for a +1/+1. Now, I could tap this for a green, but I got nothing to use it for, so it is going to attack you.
I don't block, I take 2.
All right, and that's your turn.
Keep tabbies and draw something good. Plains is good. I'll play Plains. I got 3 mana now, and I think I'm going to use it to cast the Loxodon Smiter. This is a 4/4, can't be countered. If you somehow made me discard it, it would go into play. You're cruel, you don't really make me discard.
I don't think I want to make you discard.
And then I'm gonna look at your 4/4 and look at my 2/1 and 2/2 and say, that's not a great attack for me. Go ahead.
I got the bigger board for now. That is a good board position, but we're gonna keep trying to build value. So I'm gonna tap 3 mana, and I'm going to play a Gruul Spellbreaker. Now, this is a 3/3, much smaller than your Loxodon Smiter, but it has an ability called Riot, and I can choose to give it haste or a +1/+1 counter. Since I'm not attacking into it, I'm going to give it that +1/+1 counter, which will also trigger my Gyro Sage to get 2 counters. Now it'll tap for 2 green. Gonna keep going. I'm comboing off over here. Tap in 2 green and a red for Domri Raid, the Planeswalker.
Whoa.
Yeah, we are comboing. So Domri Raid comes in with 3 loyalty. The 2 most relevant abilities are the +1 and -2. For +1, I can look at the top of my library. If it's a creature, put it in my hand. -2, one of my creatures is fighting one of your creatures. So I think the decision, though, is to go up and try to find creatures, which I did. Gore Clan Rampager goes to my hand. Combat Trick in the hand isn't the best, but that'll be fine. And I'm going to pass and protect my Domri Raid.
Jeez, did you do enough that turn, Brad?
It feels good.
I'm going to play yet another forest, so I can draw life force from the land around me, and also live in fear of Domri Raid. Great fear of Domri Raid and his infinite value. In fact, I'm so scared of him, I'm going to attack him with all 3 creatures.
Ooh.
All right, so my options are to get 2 good value blocks and lose Domri Raid, or make 2 other blocks and potentially lose Domri Raid to a combat trick. I think that's the best play I'm going to choose, though. So I'm going to block Gruul Spellbreaker to Loxodon Smiter and Gore Clan Rampager to Dryad Militant.
And you guessed correctly, I'm going to pay 2 mana for Selesnya Charm. This card has 3 different modes. The one I'm using is +2/+2 and trample until end of turn. Who's it going to be? Do we want to go for the trade, or do I want to go for the kill? I'm going for blood. I'm going to kill Domri Raid by giving +2/+2 the Voice of Resurgence.
It's gone.
Just like in the story.
And this goes into exile, thanks to the Dryad Militant here, who is also now dead.
Smiter is going to trade off with Gruul Spellbreaker, and the dust has settled.
And I have one more play for this turn now. 1, 2. Voice of Resurgence! What's better than 1? It's 2!
Yeah, I disagree. All right.
Your go.
Untap. We're going to get Brawlin', though. So I'm going to... All my eggs are going into the basket. We're going to tap 2 green for another Gyre Sage. This will not trigger that because it's smaller. But when I cast another Gore Clan Rampager, that's going to trigger both of them. So that's going to make this a 4/5 and this a 2/3. And I'm going to rumble in the jungle with a Gore Clan Rampager.
And I'm going to take 4.
And final move, it's all out. It's all in the open. Gruul Turf is going to come to play tapped. It adds green and red, but the downside is I have to return a land to my hand.
-3 flavor points for that.
For a Gruul Turf?
No, because you're hellbent and that's Rakdos.
I was going to say the
These Guild
Gyre
Wars
Sage.
are strict.
Yeah, -3 flavor.
I don't know. I feel like the Gyre Sage, it's not really a Gruul elf right there.
Yeah, what is the Gyro Sage holding, Brad?
What is that?
There's a symbol on there.
How many flavor
it's a
points?
Simic key rune?
How many flavor points does he lose for that?
All of them.
To be fair, I don't think I had any flavor points to begin with. So
You don't now. Spike just said you lost all of them, so minus 200.
minus 200?
Yeah, 203 flavor points is what you
Can I
start
pay
with.
it back?
You can earn it back by doing gruel things.
All right, we'll try to figure out a girl thing later, but it's going to have to come from the top of my deck because I lost some points because I'm hellbent.
Okie doke. So let's go ahead and see if I can add some more cards to my hand. Worth casting. That's worth casting. I'm going to play a Plains and then tap 1, 2, 3 for Loxodon Snyder. More 4/4s. You and I, we are living in 4/4 heaven over here.
We are.
And it's your go.
All right, I'm going to untap. Move this bird over. Draw. So my options here are to just get aggressive, right? You're at 14.
Yes, I am.
And if I attack with everything, there are some beneficial blocks on your side. But one of the big things is you can start making bigger elementals if you find a bunch of tokens or something that makes a ton of creatures. But I'm Gruul, and I can't really wait around. So I think I just have to attack and hope for the best, because I don't have tricks, because
yeah, you definitely don't have Gorklan Rampagers literally on the battlefield right now.
they're on the battlefield, though.
How many are in your deck?
Well, we don't have to talk about that. All right, I'm going to attack with a 4/5, a 4/4, and a 4/4. These two have trample.
Dang, that's crazy. I am going to triple block the Loxodon Smiter, Voice of Resurgence, and Voice of Resurgence on the middle Gorklan Rampager.
So there's a triple block going here.
Yes, there is.
All right. I will tap green and red, and then untap and let damage resolve.
Oh, okay. How would you choose to
I
assign
do
your
have
damage?
to order. I'm gonna kill the elephant. I don't need the voice resurgence coming back. So we're going to trade those two, and then you're gonna take 8.
Yes, I am. I'm going down from 14 to 6.
All right, and I'm going to play the mountain you already know about, not the mountain that you don't know about that I drew, and pass the turn.
I figured I should play it safe there.
I liked the block.
I did manage to get a card worth casting. I'm going to play another forest.
Was that it? You don't cast lands.
No. But you do cast elephants. 1, 2, 3, 4. Loxodon Hierarch. This is another 4/4 to live in this world of 4/4s. That gains me 4 life when it enters the battlefield to bring me back up to 10. And also, I can pay 2. These 2, sacrifice it and regenerate each creature I control, which is good insurance in case of combat tricks. So I'm going to sit here, look at your creatures that are bigger than mine, and pass the turn.
You know what I'm gonna say? Seeing all these older Magic cards that I used to play with, it feels good to see attacking and blocking again and regeneration.
Yeah, those were the days.
Yeah.
I'm just glad to see 1v1 again. More than one card in your library? Wow. Do you play Commander?
Yeah, I do, actually.
I'm disappointed in you.
Not very spikish.
Yeah.
I'm just merely aspiring.
All right. Well, I drew Embercleave, so that's good. Kidding. All right. But I did draw another Domri Raid.
Oh no!
Yeah, we're in a stall, and I've got potential card advantage, so we're going to tick it up and not reveal anything. So I can continue to attack, but the problem is it feels beneficial for you, and I don't want you to get those tokens yet. So I think I'm gonna be a coward and say go.
Negative flavor
Hey.
points, Gruul always smashes.
All right, I'll attack for 0.
This is a blow
It is.
beyond any you could understand.
I know. I'm used to it.
The emotional damage, untold. The physical damage, though, none. I don't lose any life. I will start my turn, and I will stare at my creatures, and stare at your creatures, and stare at my creatures, and stare at your creatures. And pass the turn.
Perfect. Exactly what I wanted. All right, well, we knew what that card was. I'm going to take this up again because I just like drawing cards, and I'll keep it on top of my library. I'll play a land. Shocking that I drew one of those.
Brad, my friend, can you please tell me what Domri Raid's ultimate ability is?
Domri Raid, yes, in a few short turns, will give me an emblem that says creatures you control have double strike, trample, hexproof, and haste.
Oh, yes, so Embercleave.
It is. Oh, yeah. I will pass the turn.
All right, let's go. Heart of the cards.
That's the wrong game.
Wrong game.
You say that, but in my head, I'm always playing Yu-Gi-Oh!
Yeah, but on the board, we're not playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Because we can read what the cards do.
That's true. This one only has 3 words on it. Plains. It's on the battlefield now, and it's not doing a whole lot for me.
Plains is 1 word.
Your move. No, it also says basic land on it.
Oh, okay.
I guess it also technically says Wizards of the Coast at the very bottom.
Wizards of the Coast, more like Wizards of the Cost, am I right?
I'm going to go up to 6 with my Domri Ray during my main. Look again at the top. Oh ho ho. Core Clan Rampager. Do I want to make a combat? You know, I'm pretty happy with what's going on. And again, I really think if I attack and give you those elementals and then you draw something that makes much tokens, I'm all of a sudden in a very bad spot. Can I just keep sitting here not doing anything? What will the comments say?
Comments are going to be are already against you.
Oh,
but they're also against me.
I'm used
and
to
Spike
it.
and Amy.
You know what? I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna play it safe. I'm gonna just play a Gore Clan Rampager. That's gonna give me another evolve trigger here. I'm going to play a Stomping Grounds tapped, and I will pass the turn.
No bird attack.
Not this time.
Negative
No
3
birds.
points.
Oh, I'm fine.
Plus half a point.
You've removed one of your blockers
See?
from play. And I really don't see a great way out. So I guess we should go for the sacrifice play.
Ooh.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 mana for Flourish.
Ooh.
Creatures you control get +2/+2 until end of turn. And I'll attack Domri Raid with a 4/4/4/4 and 6/6. Swingity, swingity, swingity. Let's go.
All right. Well, that leaves you defenseless.
Oh, yes, it does. Unfortunately, this is a sorcery speed card,
Yeah.
which means I can't use it defensively. I can only use it to
Aggressive.
get little angry smacks in at Domri Raid, because I do not like that character. His whole thing is, I'm an edgy teenage boy. Look at me. I'm so strong. I took over the Gruul. Now everybody likes me. And all of the Gruul are like, I miss Barbarigmos. Yeah, he had one eye. He was pretty hot.
But which Barbarigmos do they miss?
Okay.
You gotta name the one that they miss.
I'm going to say enraged because I'm enraged.
All right, I am going to let Domri Ray die. After that
But that's
story,
not the
yeah.
only thing that's about to die.
Yeah, that is.
Come at me.
All right, untap, draw. I'm just going to attack you with everything, including my Birds of Paradise.
Yes, the Gruul way.
Ah,
And I die.
you die.
You must think you're pretty clever with that, don't you?
I do.
Don't you realize, Gruul Warrior, that someone has been pulling the strings all along? For I am actually of the Dimir Guild. Now together, your guild and mine shall take on these two in a true guild war. That is, if you're up for the task. Together, you and me versus both of them, 2 versus 2. Do you accept?
Challenge accepted.
Done.
Done. Gruul.
So it turns out I was Dimir all along, and I have a deck of my own that I'm going to use with Gruul in a 2-headed giant match against Selesnya and Izzet. How did anyone know I was Dimir? Oh, I always keep forgetting to take the Dimir insignia off when I hide as Dimir. Anyway, Selesnya, Amy, how does 2-headed giant work?
Let me give you a quick refresher. Two-Headed Giant is a 4-player format where you go in 2 teams of 2. We are the Two-Headed Giant over here of Izzet and Selesnya, and they're making up Gruul and Dimir. Each of us is going to start with 30 life shared between us, and we're going to be taking phases simultaneously. That means we have our upkeeps at the same time, our draws at the same time, and we attack as a group. You can still choose to attack either player, but remember, they're sharing their life totals.
I didn't catch any of that. Can you say that again?
No.
Shall we roll for? How do you with first? Do we roll as a team?
Mm-hmm.
We roll as a
I
team.
love for each person to have a die.
So we each roll
that's
one
cute.
die.
Yeah.
Can
Yeah, so
so let's roll on the green
All right.
mat. You two roll on the blue mat. All
Sounds
right.
We're
good.
combining our total.
Let's do
Yes,
it one at a
combining
time.
our total.
Okay. So ours.
is
Oh,
Here we
so
go.
should we
This
even
is
bother
great.
rolling?
No, I believe
If you roll doubles, then we get to re-roll, but you're not.
Oh,
Woo!
Okay,
All right.
It only
let's
took us
do that.
15 times to
roll?
get
Sure.
there.
Yes. Oh God.
Professor.
Oh.
3.
single-handedly defeated.
All right.
Well,
Draw your opening 7.
off to a rough start after that.
Oh dear, this isn't good. So I'm allowed to show Brad my cards and say, should I keep this former professional player?
I think you're missing something.
It's a little
I'll send it back.
slow.
Yeah.
Mine's really fast though.
I got this. That's pretty
But it's
hot.
gonna take a while because of those.
Yeah,
But
I should-
think we
I should
might be-
mulligan.
We might
Yeah,
I think I'd keep it.
You think you'd keep it?
Yeah.
All right. What's great is I'm going to keep this, and if it ends up not working, I have to blame Brad.
I see how this is going.
Yeah. All right.
So I'm just going to take my mulligan.
Are we? Oh, you're taking a mulligan. Oh dear, is it already depreciating?
Yeah, my the formula wasn't quite right.
Okay. Revise your findings. So this is Twitch streamers versus the real Magic players here, for sure.
Yes, it is.
What is your largest professional win, Brad, or one of them?
Well, I've never won.
You've never won.
No.
Yes, you have.
I've taken second
aren't
many
you,
times.
Aren't you? You've been in top 8s.
Oh yes.
On the
I've been
Pro
in
Tour?
top eights.
In the Pro Tour? Were you in the finals on the Pro Tour ever?
Yep.
Okay,
And-
that's
in
pretty
the
good.
finals of Pro Tour Amsterdam, and then
better.
2 of
Yeah,
the
that's
arena
nice.
championships. I took second.
Okay, that's cool. I actually won. It was game day, but I won. I didn't take second. So in a way, I think I'm the better.
I've also taken second in game day.
No, I took first in game day.
No,
I got the playmat.
I'm just commenting that I also took second there too.
Oh, all right.
My career is only seconds.
Ready?
I'm ready.
Let's do it.
All right, we're going to have our shared upkeep.
No thanks.
It's yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
that's
yeah.
so boring. All
get
right,
the
let's
drill
draw for
step.
turn.
I'll be playing a tapped steam vents.
Oh, look at you, tapped. I'm going to be playing a plains. Look at that. It comes in untapped and tapping it and playing the first card
Ooh.
of the game, the Dryad Militant. This is a 1-mana 2/1 because I like 'em pointy. And if an instant or sorcery would be put into a graveyard from anywhere, sorry, Spike, exile it instead.
Is that any player?
Any player.
Oh, that's rough.
All right.
I might have to kill that.
That's yeah. Interesting. Your partner is already working against you.
You can't undermine our alliance.
Who gets to pass the turn? Do you have to like? Is it like you
We'll
both turn the keys at the
combine,
same time?
Turn the keys.
All right.
And we
We
can
get
take
to
our
draw.
draw.
Look at that. Oh, dang! It isn't what I needed. But all right, I'm playing. Oh, I can show you. Yeah, here. There.
Ooh,
That's
ooh.
nice. Oh,
Mine's
God.
bigger.
All right. Yeah, that's not good early game. Okay, I'm just playing a Watery Grave tapped.
All right, I will be playing an untapped forest, and the 2 green players both have turn 1 plays as well. I'll play a Birds of Paradise.
Can I use your mana?
No.
That sucks.
Yeah, I'm
Because I
sorry
don't.
about that.
I need a land.
Hey, do you
He
have,
told me to keep.
do you have, I don't know, like bolts for birds in your deck?
I've got something for that. We're gonna have some cooked poultry in a second.
Oh,
If he's got a lightning bolt for that bird, I'm calling a judge because lightning bolt was never printed in Ravnica. So that's not fair.
no. All right, so we're going to
Pass.
turn pass.
That was beautifully synchronized.
I'll play an island, and I will cook the bird with the Mizia mortars.
Aw.
I will play a forest, and I'm going to play one of my favorite cards in all of Ravnica, the Hero of Precinct 1. It's a little 2/2, and whenever I cast a multicolored spell, I get a white human creature token.
Do you have a bolt for that?
Oh no, I don't have a lot of removal. That's your job.
That's my job.
That's
Is
your
removal.
job,
Oh,
yeah.
I got. Look, I got. Is that doesn't count? That does count.
That will.
counts.
That would work.
All right. I mean,
Is it our turn yet?
No, because I'm going to combat, and I'm going to
that's
swing
true.
at you, the professor, for 2 damage.
protect me, Brad Nelson. Protect me.
I got
Yeah, with what
nothing
bird?
for you.
okay.
But sadly, one of those points of life is mine as well. We'll drop to 28.
And I think that's our turn.
I think that's our turn.
All right. All right. Untap.
Untap draw.
Upkeep. Draw. Look at that. And oh, it's to play tapped.
Got a slow deck over
I got
there.
to slow deck all this stuff. All right, I'm gonna play the misery of a Dimir Guildgate.
Yeah, I like that. And I will play a mountain and tap both my lands for a Growth Chamber Guardian. Growth Chamber Guardian has 2 abilities. One is Adapt. I can pay 2 colors and a green to give it 2 +1/+1 counters. And when that happens, I can search my library for another copy of Growth Chamber Guardian and put it in my hand.
So do you have 4 copies of Growth Chamber Guardian?
I might have more. I don't know. And that'll be our turn, I believe. You got nothing over here?
I got nothing for 1.
I mean, is this where you blame me for the key?
Yeah, I blame you for the key.
You got punished.
You said I'd draw a land. I did draw a land. It's a tap land.
Oh.
Hate guild gates. Pass. So why have the Selesnian and Izzets come together?
Well, see, Izzet has something that the other guilds don't, and that's coffee.
Oh, I guess Izzet would be the guild. Well, what's the other guild that makes coffee? Golgari. Because especially that expensive coffee, that's the kind that gets...
Oh, the civet sort, yeah.
Golgari make the expensive coffee on Ravnica.
Ours is just overpriced.
Yeah,
Yeah.
hipster coffee.
Yeah, but you guys are the best at steaming. You know, gotta get the smoke foam just right.
Right.
Okay, I'm going to play a Selesnya Guildgate. It comes in tapped. And then I'm going to tap my 2 mana to cast Voice of Resurgence.
Don't play anything.
Voice of Resurgence is an elemental. Whenever an opponent, either of you, casts a spell during my turn, or when Voice of Resurgence dies, I create a green and white elemental creature token.
I only have this, which... Oh, I guess I only have a choice.
But wait,
No.
while it's on the stack, because I cast a multicolored creature spell, I get a 1/1 white human token.
Ooh.
Yay! And here's my 1/1 white human token from the Hero of Precinct 1.
My turn's not going to be quite as action-packed. I'm going to do nothing.
Oh, great! Well, we're gonna go to combat then, and I'm going to be a source of violence. Hey, I love how you don't have any blockers.
Selesnians are supposed to be about peace, man. Keep it groovy, yo.
I will do no such thing.
Can you just give peace a chance?
No. So I'm going to attack you with the 2/1 and a 2/2.
Protect me, Brad
I'm
Nelson.
going to protect you. My Growth Chamber Guardian is going to jump in front of that Precinct 1 and block it.
Okay, it's dead.
Wow.
Traded.
All right. So
we'll
we
take
take 2.
2.
Going down to 26.
26.
Have we done them any damage yet?
No, and we won't for a while.
Oh, dear.
It's going to be a long.
This is going to be a long haul.
Yeah.
You're Gruel, are you done with your turn?
Yes.
Yes. It is now our turn.
Untap.
Untap. Draw.
Draw. Yeah.
I got that.
All right. I can bring that out. It's pretty cool.
I like it.
You like this? Bring it out.
Well, it's either that or we can get a 2-drop down so
Or we can
that
get rid of some of their stuff.
we can take a look at a card in hand. I don't
Don't tell them what it is.
Well, I'm sorry.
It's a thought erasure.
I guess
Anyone
now,
want to trade partners?
now we're ultimate priced into casting it.
All right, I'm going to play an island. I'm going to tap my island and my other cards. You snooze, you lose, Brad Nelson.
Ignore the pro, I get it.
I'm playing a Thief of Sanity. This is a 2/2 flying. Whenever Thief of Sanity deals combat damage to a player, look at the top 3 cards of that player's library, exile one of them face down, then put the rest into their graveyard. For as long as that card remains exiled, I may look at it, I may cast it, and I may spend mana, as though it were mana of any type, to cast that spell. My God, that's a mouthful. Are you sure that isn't a Strixhaven card?
Professor, that's crime. That's illegal. You can't take my cards.
Like, you can't own cards, hippie.
I think you did such a good job reading that. You can maybe read it again next turn. I'm going to cast a remand to counter it, but instead of countering it, it's going to go back to your hand, and I'll draw a card.
Well, I was going to say we're going to have a trust exercise to see if that thief would protect my card, but
No.
instead, I'm going to protect our life total by playing a Domri Raid. Woo! The Domri Raid is a planeswalker for 3 mana that has the ability for me to look at the top of my library, which I'm going to do. And if it is a creature card, I can reveal it and put it in my hand. It's not a creature card.
Boo.
So that'll just sit here. I know the top card of my library, which is nice, and that's all we can do.
I'll pass to you. I don't think we're doing too good, Brad Nelson.
Well, we'll see here.
What do you
I
think's
feel fine.
priority? That guy or those guys?
I can get rid of the 3rd giant for now.
Third giant.
Domri's like not even 5 foot, I don't think.
He's always
Wily.
riding pigs around. He's
Yeah.
gotta like add a couple
Okay.
inches. Okay, I'm going to play a forest for turn. And then reorganize. Yeah, gotta bundle that mana nice and tasty. Should we go to combat?
I think we can go to combat.
Great. You have 4 loyalty on that Domri raid, so I'm going to swing 4 damage at it with the Voice of Resurgence and Dryad Militant, and then 1 at you.
Domri down.
Yep.
Love to hear a Planeswalker perish.
And we're at 25. Well, we should have had War of the Spark involved if we wanted that.
I do not. Then it would have been War of the Spark constructed.
All right, and then gotta cast some spells this turn. 1Z, 2Z, 3Z. Time for the Loxodon Smiter. You can't counter it, not that you have any counterspell mana up. But if you could have cast a
Pact of
spell,
Negation.
you wouldn't have been able to. Also, if I were to discard it due to some ability like, Thought Erasure, then it would have been put onto the battlefield.
Thanks for telling him we have a Thought Erasure there.
Can't erase these thoughts because I don't have any.
Some crazy mind games, but there's no Thought Erasure over there at all.
All right.
I'm going to play an island, and then I'm going to cast Quicken, which is a 1-mana card that lets me cast the next sorcery as if it had flash. But mainly I'm interested in just drawing a card right now. And then I'll be done.
All right,
With
let's
2
pass that
suspicious
turn.
mana up.
Untap.
Draw.
Draw.
I like it.
Yes. It's very nice. Very nice. All right. So am I just doing this dance again, or I have this, but they don't have. It's no good.
I've got you covered.
You've got me covered.
Yeah, because I'm going to tap a mountain and a force, and I'm going to cast my own Mizium Mortars that deals 4 damage to a creature I don't control on the Smiter.
Oh no!
Can't be countered, but it can be burned.
It's smitten.
Oh, and remember, that's going to exile.
It is. It's gone.
That's your exiles on top of the box. Well, I'm just going to go ahead and I guess bring this back
I
up.
like a rinse repeat.
Rinse repeat. All right. 3. Thief of Sanity, you know what it does. And then I didn't play land for turn. I'm going to go ahead and play a Dimir Aqueduct. This comes into play tapped. It lets me bounce the land back to my hand. I'll do the basic island.
And I will play Stomping Grounds tapped. I don't want to pay any extra life. We're losing too much already.
Yes.
All right, well, at the end of y'all's turn, I'll cast a Radical Idea, another way for me to draw a card. And usually I'd be able to use the Jumpstart ability to play it again from my graveyard, discarding a card. But my friendly Dryad Militant is...
Sorry.
That's all I have, though.
We are done.
All right, let's take our turn.
Voice has opponent, right? All right,
Yes,
just
it
wanted to make
does.
That would be a combo.
Yeah.
I have an option here. What do you think about both of these versus violence?
I
do a
like
little
both of
violence.
those. The video can't be too short.
Okay, of course. I'm a big fan
Yeah.
of that. You want to do that first?
Sure. I'll we'll go down to 28, start to catch back up with you guys. And I'm gonna cast Crackling Drake.
Oh, yeah.
4 mana flying creature that has power equal to the number of instants and sorceries in exile or graveyard. So thankfully, still is going to count these 4. So it'll be a 4/4 flyer for now. I'll also get to draw a card when it enters the battlefield.
This does us no good.
No.
Well, I'm going to commit a little bit more to the battlefield as well. I'm going to tap for 2, 1 white, 1 green, and cast a second Voice of Resurgence. But I don't think that that's quite enough for this turn. So I'm actually going to use 1, 2, 3, 4 to convoke a Venerated Loxodon. This is a 4/4 that lets me put a +1/+1 counter on each creature that was used to convoke and cast it. I also have to pay 1 mana as part of that. So may I have some +1/+1 counters? A 1, 2, 3, 4. Beautiful! My creatures are bigger, and so is my taste for blood. And I think that's our turn.
I think that's our turn.
It was a pretty good turn.
Yeah. Where's that Mizium Mortars?
It's
You have more of those, I hope. So is it time to start doing this? To
No, that was last turn.
That was last turn. Great. Cool. You're
What
just
if I
saying
didn't
no
like
to
any-
everything.
yeah,
You're just
well,
saying
what
no
if I
to
didn't like
everything.
any option? All right, so I have a play.
Yeah.
And we'll start with my play, and then we'll decide what to do with yours. 'Cause
Okay.
This is the best play I've got. I'm going to tap all of my mana, and I'm going to play a Skargan Hellkite.
Ooh.
This is a 4/4 flying creature with an ability called Riot. So I can either put a +1/+1 counter on it, or I can give it haste. Now, I believe I'm going to give it +1/+1 because I think we're in the business of blocking these days. And so now it's a 5/5. It does not have haste, and it's going to block for us.
That's great. I think we need some more blockers. Well, wait a minute there. What's that 4/4? Look at that 4/4.
It
Look at
is
that
a 4/4.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, we do. No, that's yes, and
All
we're gonna
right.
do it now.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and tap 2, and I'm going to Thought Erasure. So Thought Erasure is target opponent reveals their hand. I choose a non-land card from it. That player discards that card, and then I get to surveil on who has more cards in hand.
I have 5.
I have 1.
I would go with the 5.
Spike.
I think you may have chosen poorly. Well, my hand is 2 Arclight Phoenixes and 3 Islands.
And for
Cool.
anybody who doesn't know, Arclight Phoenix can come back from the graveyard.
Great. I'm going to get to surveil. Look at the top card of my library. I'll keep that right there. Yes.
Yep.
And it's
No.
probably not relevant, but that does go to exile.
right,
The
let's
sweet,
exile.
sweet smell of
think
exiled
you do it
instants and
again.
sorceries.
I think we do because if we get a removal, if I have this, I can block.
All
but
right.
if there's a removal spell there, then we're getting
Thought Erasure. Amy.
Yes.
I have Collective Blessing in my hand.
That's good to get that
And
away.
it's in the graveyard now.
Yeah, that's great. Good move. Gonna surveil. Hey, we should keep it there.
We've got the one we need. I
You
think.
said to keep it there. It's the same card that was there last time. All right, fine. It goes in the graveyard. It's a ultimate price. Thanks for saying we've got the one in hand.
I think that one's also an exile for the
It
military.
does. It's from anywhere.
what's from anywhere?
That's
the
an
Dryad
instant.
Militant.
Oh.
We don't get to keep any of our graveyards.
Oh, okay.
We get to put creatures.
Then that's exiled.
Nope,
Oh,
not a
only
creature.
instant
Not an
sorceries.
instant sorcery.
All right.
And then we'll play a land.
And then
All
I'll
right.
pass.
Yeah, we can't get past the Crackling Drake, so we got to pass.
Drawing.
Drawing.
So my Crackling Drake's a 4/4. The Hellkite's a 5/5. I think I'm just playing this and nothing
That
else.
seems just fine. What's your opinion on violently attacking with great sacrifice?
Well, they're at, what's your life total?
25.
25.
What's your life total?
I think it's
30.
probably worth it. I think we can even just get in with this too and, sacrifice just the Drake.
Yes! I love this.
I'll cast that Arclight Phoenix from the hand. It's a 3/2 with haste. And if I cast 3 or more instants or sorceries my turn, I get to bring back this one too.
Isn't that fun?
No.
I think it's fun.
scared.
No.
Let's go to combat and attack with everything.
What do we do?
You block and pray.
So what do you want to block? This is a 3/3/2/2 3/2 3/3 4/4.
And a 4/4 and a 3/2.
So the question here is if Spike, a very knowledgeable Magic player, has a 1-mana trick and didn't even play the second land for the options, drew a Quicken, exactly a Quicken, and I block here, it gets the extra power and they trade.
Yes.
What? No.
But we saw his hand.
But there was a draw step.
Yeah.
And I think Spike
What are the
would-
odds that I drew a quick?
Spike would have played an extra land to increase the options.
Did he take the shock off of it?
No, didn't play a land yet.
Oh, okay.
I
These are the mind games. And I feel like there was a Quicken drawn.
I don't think so.
You don't think you want me to block?
Yeah, do it.
All right, and we're not blocking with that, or are we going to trade there? Or do you want to get a card next turn?
We're so dead. It
We're not
doesn't-
dead. We
Yeah.
got 25 life.
I do want to say I did play a land this turn. I missed my 3rd land drop. I did play an island.
He doesn't
before
have a
casting
Quicken.
Phoenix.
Oh, I shouldn't have been the pro on staff.
Not that you should factor that into your decision at all.
I think we're going to block, though.
Okay, what should I block with that?
I say we get a card out of that.
All right, let's get it. Okay.
Yeah, all right, block.
No thanks.
Yes.
I told you.
Yes, you're right.
That's how you win. That's how you
True.
win game day, my friend. That is how you.
I'm
win
going to have to
game
take
day.
lessons. All right, we're taking what, 15?
Do math. That's for
Alright.
blockers.
8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13,
You're gonna let the
15,
rule do the math?
18. We're taking 18 damage.
That seems like a normal amount of damage.
Sure.
Oh, that's a lot. Are we down to 7? That's not good. All right,
Yes.
you
Okay.
ready to untap?
I'm ready to. Well, they have to pass their turn.
That's true.
We good?
We don't get to pass their turn for them. It's not how that works.
Should I
Oh
be
my
concerned?
god.
All right, what's your life
No.
total?
28.
Well, hang on. I can.
I did shock earlier.
All right, we have to assess the situation here. They've got
Lightning bolt. Lightning bolt.
6 creatures. That
They do not have 6.
Oh, yeah, we can.
Lightning bolt, lightning bolt,
We maybe have to do that.
lightning bolt, lightning bolt.
Okay, we can do that.
All right. I'm going to lightning bolt the art-like phoenix with ultimate price. Destroy target monocolored creature.
I think you might have to use your second lightning bolt to answer this. I'm going to use a spell snare to counter a spell converted mana cost 2.
Ooh.
Got him.
Okay, I'm going to try that again. Lightning bolt.
That one resolved.
Okay, good.
Bye-bye, birdie.
It's technically ultimate price. Destroy target monocolored creature.
Can I back up his turn and we kill that?
No, because
All
we
right.
didn't do that.
We already
You
did
should
it.
have said that, Brad Nelson.
You played too quickly for me.
I got rid of the flyer.
All right, I'm going to play another giant blocker for us to try to stay alive with a Nullhide Ferox. Nullhide Ferox is 4 mana. It's a 6/6 with hexproof, and I can't cast non-creature spells. But funnily enough, anyone can pay 2 mana for both those abilities to disappear.
Okay. Should I attack and get a card?
No. We should have blocked last turn. I'm used to commander life now. I didn't realize we're going to drop so far.
Great. That's brilliant. Brilliant. Pass.
Oh, I'm so excited. I hope we draw good cards. I'm going to play a Selesnya Guildgate. What a fun and interesting card.
I'll play a basic island, another fun and interesting card. And I think it's time that Thief of Sanity has lived long enough. I'm going to deal 2 damage to it with Electrolyze.
Yeah.
And I'm going to draw a card after that resolves.
All right.
Ruh-roh.
Bye-bye, birdie.
Creature stays in the graveyard, though.
Yep.
Ooh, what's that?
Uh,
Oh, I'm a big fan of this.
yeah, basic island. I have no other effects pre-combat.
To cause violence or not to cause violence?
I say you don't cause violence.
Yeah, I vote for don't. Just give peace a chance.
If I attack with the Voice of Resurgence, I actually get a bigger creature if it gets blocked and died. But it only makes sense for me to attack if I'm attacking with everything. What do you think?
Well, I think they're at 8, and I know math is for
Yeah.
blockers.
You're actually wrong.
I think if we attack with everything,
They're at
they
8.
take it's 9. Or they take 8 exactly.
Again, I'm not doing the math. Yeah,
So the problem with your math, though, is
Go ahead.
we're at 7.
and I'm going to attack, 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 attack.
All right, so I got some bad news and some bad news.
Yeah, we're dead.
We're dead.
Never team up with Gruul.
High five!
Good game.
Good game.
Selesnya, am I impressed? I am not impressed. It's tokens, and that's it. You're just creating a big army of tokens and turning them sideways. There's no thought involved. Izzet perhaps had some level of mixture of planning and yet was the first knocked out. So at the end of the day, best player here is still me.
So I lost to Selesnya in the first round. I think that if I had drawn every card I needed at the perfect moment, I would have easily won. I think Selesnya is
Mishra.
I think that you make too much tokens, it's too much life gain. The creatures go way too wide. She's exiling my instants and sorceries with Dryad Militant. I'm over it. I begged the professor to let me play Faithless Looting. He said, no, that's not even on Ravnica. Please be reasonable, Spike. And I'm just really upset.
I don't know what the professor was doing. Playing Dimir? To quote the first Ravnica novel, the Dimir, the so-called 10th Guild, is a fiction concocted to frighten children and those with the minds of children. The only people that the Dimir are going to beat are babies.
So I'm guessing the professor was saying some ridiculous thing about how I didn't deserve to win, but let's be honest, I'm gonna always win here. Gruul's not only the best, but I'm player of the year. I'm a 3-time second place Pro Tour finalist. I've got 19 Grand Prix top 8s, 3 wins, a bunch of opens. Wait, guys, where are you going?
We're getting Euros.
Next time on Shuffle Up and Play.
Welcome to Shuffle Up and Play. Today it's Commander with decks we love
And I brought my mom's deck.
that we think are fair.
Do you pay you?
Oh, I'm already sick of it.
Let's see how you feel when you go up against it. Everybody please pass your deck to the right.
What?
No!
Wait,
Yeah.
But I like this one!
Yeah.
Gibberge. I would say that about half of these cards are in English, by the way.
You see, Voxy, you make a target of yourself.
did I
You cast Luminarch Ascension and you started ascending.
1/1 soldier,
creature token.
I sacrifice a 0/1 to kill it.
Have you been playing with one more mana recently? The petty is off the charts and I love it.